This is James White with Freakin' Reviews, and this is my 4th annual Worst of the Year, where I give you my picks for the 10 worst products that I reviewed in 2020. I had to go through over 150 products to come up with this list, and not everything on this list came out in 2020. They're just new to me. So without further delay, let's get right to my picks for the worst of 2020. Number 10 would be the Powerpod. What's kind of ironic to me is that it has the word power in it, and that's what it seems to lack the most. I charged an old iPhone 7 Plus and it only gave it 19% of a charge in 1 hour before it was depleted. This might have been good back in 2010, but in 2020, 800 milliamp hours, which is all this has, is not going to cut it. To me, the Powerpod was an easy choice for my number 10. Let's see some scenes from my original Powerpod review. Powerpod, which is an as seen on TV keychain phone charger. There seems to be a lever right here that allows you to slide the connector out. All right, here is the Powerpod, and down here I've got an iPhone 7 Plus with a battery at 10%. Let's plug it in. All right, it does show it charging. All right, I came out here to check at the 1 hour update. So I got a whopping 19% in 1 hour. That's not so impressive. If you buy a Powerpod, you'll probably be disappointed. I kind of realized that no test is gonna make this look better. It's just very weak. I just think that for 20 bucks, you can do a lot better than the Powerpod. Back in May of 2020, I did a collection of car gadgets, including this sorry excuse for a car swivel tray. It supposedly goes in your cup holder and gives you a swivel arm to hold some of your food or other items. It doesn't work very well. It doesn't fit in the cup holder very well. The tray itself is so small it doesn't hold very much. The arm itself is weak. It's a disaster. Let's take a look at some of the original scenes from that video. It is an automobile swivel tray. It doesn't look very big, does it? I'm not sure how well it really swivels. And is it me, or does this look kind of not quite straight? I don't know, but I'll make it work, I think. All right, well, oh wow. I can't say it's real firm, but it is staying in place. I don't know if I put anything real heavy on here, like a drink. Would I put a drink on here? No way. I can put some McDonald's fries on here, and I can put some McDonald's nuggets on here, but that's pretty much all the room I've got. I don't really see how it swivels. I know it's supposed to swivel, but I'm not really seeing much of a swivel feature. I think if I did swivel, it's already weak enough. It would be even weaker if I try to swivel it. All right, talking about the tray, I mean, I don't think you're gonna want this while driving. Not only that, but if you go to reach, I mean, you can't have this there. You can't have it while driving. One thing that's kind of funny is the tray is right in the path of my air conditioning, so these are some cold French fries now because they're getting blasted by cold air. I'm not getting a swivel. I've been trying. It's not really swiveling. If it did, it would make an already weak tray even weaker, so I don't. Number 8 is Tac Amp. And as if you'll notice, it's in the packaging. Why isn't it in the packaging? Because I don't use it. It's advertised as a product that allows you to hear crisp sounds from across the room, but all I heard was a lot of static and mid-range noise. It's kind of advertised under the Tac umbrella of products. I don't understand why. To me, this was a product that overpromised and under-delivered. Here's some scenes from my original Tac Amplifier video. Tac Amplifier, high-performance sound amplifier. Wait, I only got one? Maybe I shouldn't have assumed. I thought I was gonna get two. I don't hear anything. In fact, I hear less. It sounds like when you hold a shell up to your ear and hear the ocean. That's what I'm hearing. Hello, hello. Not good, not so good. Oh yeah, all I hear is. I don't think I hear any better on my right ear. It's just everything sounds very staticky and mid-rangey and echoey. I hear a lot more frequencies without this. The constant hiss almost drowns out what I'm trying to listen to. When I take the earpiece out, the music's clearer.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How does it sound? All right, well, this is probably not very good, so let me turn it down even more. I sound like an old school radio announcer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to YAWN Radio 1942. It's just this muffled mid-range. It's just not good.
I'm not a fan of the Tac Amplifier. Number 7 is the Draft Top. This is advertised as a topless can opener. I understand what they're going for with this product, but it doesn't work on all cans. It's such a large learning curve to try to get it down right. I really struggle with it. You end up ruining cans, spilling liquid everywhere. It was a mess. So maybe one day they'll perfect, but right now it deserves a place in my worst of 2020. But let's take a look back at some scenes from my original Draft Top review. It looks kind of like one of those hands-free can openers I reviewed last year. Okay, I am squeezing the top. Smooth as silk. Now, if that was done properly, all I have to do is push this thing in here. And it wasn't done properly. Oh, that's gotta be right. Oh yeah. Not a lot of people want to have their top in there floating in their beer. Oh, great. I feel like I need to stick my finger in there and fish. Oh, it just went in the bottom. Oh, yeah. It's chaos in here. I don't like the top in the can. They also said there's 2 primary different types of beer can tops. One seems to be easier than the other. To me, they all seem pretty hard. Yeah, this is great technology, man. This is great. All right. Come on, man. I'm not seeing the benefit yet. Let me try a different can. Maybe these are just bad cans. My hand's getting tired from opening 3 cans. Come on. They make it look so easy on the video. You know, you have to love modern technology. You know, those old school can openers, they can't compare to this. I'm actually sweating here trying to open these cans. He's gliding through it like butter. Oh, I did it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Stella, you came through in the clutch. A lot of consumers are going to give up because it seems just much more difficult than pulling a tab and pouring it in a glass. Number 6 is this cooling spray. So back in July, I actually did a comparison of 3 cooling products, and this you're supposed to spray on and cool off. It didn't really work. I didn't find that it worked better than regular water. In fact, it had a smell to it that started to bother me after a while, so in that case, it was probably worse than using regular water. Check out some scenes from my original video. They say the cooling effect lasts longer if you wear something over it. They show a guy wearing a sports coat. Won't that work with regular water too, if it's just evaporative cooling? I'm gonna spray one half with a Surge Cool spray and the other half with water and see what happens. Okay, it feels nice and cool. Now for the water bottle. All right, I've got the sprays on, cooling spray and water. Let's see what happens. I don't feel any difference, to be honest with you. None. 0. Don't feel any difference. All I'm feeling is just a wet shirt, which feels nice, but I don't need to pay for a bottle of something to do that. I can just dump some water in myself. They say 2 hours. That was 10 minutes. I'm trying to decide if it feels cooler on the left than on the right. It's pretty close. It just feels wet. It doesn't feel cooler. But you know, you need some cooling products here. Ugh.
A sports coat.
Yeah, put it on here. How's the cooling spray holding up?
It's all gone. It's all evaporated.
15 minutes. That's about how I was. It did not last long at all in the dry air. And it has a smell that it's pleasant at first, but eventually that smell kind of got to me. I'm not sure it's really necessary. Number 5 is this USB dishwasher. This was advertised as a device that could actually stick on the side of your sink and clean your dishes. Now I should say some people mistakenly believed I was doing this wrong, and they were thinking about a different USB dishwasher that goes in the bottom of the sink. This one goes in the side of the sink, quite clearly stated in the instructions. But I haven't reviewed the one that goes in the bottom of the sink yet. Maybe I will in 2021. This one on the side of the sink did not work. Let's take a look back at some scenes from that review. That's right, this is supposed to wash a sink full of dishes by itself. Does that seem like a dishwasher to you? It doesn't seem like a dishwasher to me. All right, the way this is supposed to work is it has 2 minutes of wave agitation and then 1 minute of vibratory sound waves for 1 minute. All right, I can't go any lower than that, so that's as far as it goes. I added water so it's not spraying out as much. It is still spraying out of the sink though. So once we have 2 minutes of agitation, we have 1 minute of vibration. 2 minutes of this, 1 minute of vibration. Now this has got some crud still on it. Still got some stuff here too. Didn't make a dent in that. I still see some stuff on there too. At this point I could have just washed them by hand. Am I confident in this? Absolutely not. But we're off, and we have our 15-minute cycle coming up. There it goes. Very interesting. Do you think that actually helps clean? I don't know. The greasy teriyaki Mattis bowl actually doesn't look so bad. Coffee cup still got some stuff in there. There's still some stuff in there. Need I say more? I don't think you really need it. I feel like just soaking your dishes in the sink is going to do the same thing. Number 4 on my list from June was the Insta Hang. Now I don't have the Insta Hang because it broke. So the Insta Hang is kind of a new version of an old product that's a corner shelf. This version has a rotating center to it, has a lever you pull down and it sticks to the wall. I didn't think it worked very well. It fell a couple times, ended up breaking. So to me, the Insta Hang was an easy inclusion in my worst of 2020. Here's some clips from my original Insta Hang video. These are very rubbery feeling. Here's a handle you snap it in place with. Pretty cheap plastic. This rotates. Supposed to have it at a slight angle upward. Is that normal? I'm not able to push this any more forward. I feel like I'm gonna break it. It's staying, but I just don't feel comfortable with it. I'm gonna let this sit for like an hour and come back and see if it's still there. All right, well, after 3 minutes it fell. I'm just gonna let this film. Last time it was only a couple minutes. I got my camera rolling this time. Oh, didn't last 3 minutes. Ah, it's back. It actually feels less secure now that it's all the way back. I don't trust this at all. Oh! Whoa! Well, it's consistent at least. I think that's about how long it lasted last time. I want to say I have no confidence in it, but I actually have a lot of confidence that it's going to fall. It's actually made it to the 1 hour mark. Let's put some water on there and see how it holds up with that. 1 hour, 11 minutes, and about 8 minutes after the water went on there, gone. It fell. My Insta Hang broke. I got the white flag out, I'm waving it. Insta Hang is an utter failure and I don't really have anything great to say about it. From May of 2020, it's the Tack Shaver. Now this was an easy one for me. This was supposed to be a tactical, as seen on TV, electric razor. Now I don't know what's tactical about it. There's doesn't seem anything tactical about it other than the name. But it's kind of a weak razor. I put it to the test against a lot of the as seen on TV commercial claims. Didn't really hold up so well. To me, it's just kind of a weak razor that doesn't work very well. Here's some scenes from my original Tac Shaver review. What is tactical about an electric razor? I just want to know. Oh. I think at this rate it's going to grow faster than I cut it off. Let me show you what a dedicated trimmer can do. That was about 5 seconds. This one didn't even get half a sideburn in 5 seconds. Oh, it's working. It's definitely not a close shave. It does work, but not a close shave at all. So let's go find out right now how the Tac Shaver works underwater. This is so ridiculous. I'm actually going to shave underwater. Let me see. Come here. This one advertises as the closeness of a razor, but I'm not getting that kind of closeness. I'm getting the closeness of a trimmer. The Tac Shaver does not work as well on day 7 as it did on day 1. Last night it wouldn't turn on at all, even after being charged. Not on. It's not coming on. See that? Now it turns on. That's not good. Come on, guys. Number 2 on my list is not a new product in 2020. It was new to me and deserves a place deep down at the bottom of the 2020 list. And that is the Right Cup. This is supposedly a flavored cup that you put water into and it fools your brain into thinking you're drinking flavored liquid. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It tastes like water and you just have this kind of like sickening sweet smell that gets worse over time. In fact, I could smell it right now. It's just, the smell gets to you after a while. The taste doesn't improve and the smell gets worse. In some ways, this should be called the wrong cup, but this is the right list for a product like this to be on. Let's take a look back at some original scenes from my Right Cup review. First of all, it's a $25 cup and it only supposedly lasts about 6 months. It looks like a sippy cup. Now they say you're supposed to inhale from your nose while you're drinking out of it so you can smell the smell on there to supposedly trick your brain into thinking you're drinking some sort of a berry flavored water. Well, my brain isn't so easily fooled. My nose smells berry, but my tongue tastes water. My first test, I'm not overly blown away by it, but I'm gonna keep using it. There's kind of this overpowering scent. You know, like I know it's supposed to have a scent to it so that it fools your brain into thinking you're drinking something besides just water, which number one, my brain isn't fooled, and number two, that smell kind of permeates everything. Like when I had to sit out in the kitchen, it smelled like there was this kind of sickly sweet berry scented candle in there that wasn't very appealing. The more I smell it, the less I like it. Now I have to hold it right up to my face to smell it when I'm drinking, which is even worse. There is a taste to the right cup. I just don't really like it that much. It kind of has this like children's plastic berry flavored taste to it. Not great. It just never really made water taste like anything but water to me. So number one on my list and my pick for the worst product of 2020 is a product that came out in 2020, and those of you who saw my original review are not surprised. It's the Ice Wizard, the ice cube maker. This was kind of marketed as like a next-gen ice cube maker, and it did nothing but create headaches. It should be a next-gen headache maker because it did a better job at that than actually making ice cubes. It was difficult to fill, it was difficult to eject the ice from, everything was just wrong about this one. I can't say enough bad things about the Ice Wizard. It's a terrible product in my opinion. But let's take a look back at some scenes from that review. It doesn't say how much to pour in there. I already see water dripping inside. That does not bode well. And I'm feeling water pouring out the bottom. Come on now. I might have to play with this a little bit before I actually try to demonstrate it. It's filling, but look how much it's going off the sides. What a mess, come on now. It's not an easy process and it does spill a lot. Gotta love this modern technology. All right, after considerable effort, I finally got both of them filled up. It's a terrible design. I mean, there's no way to know. All right, I'll come back tomorrow and see how they look. And it's stuck. Oh no, I didn't break it. Well, now this is all kind of wobbly now. Come on, man. Look, the side just came out. Now no more is coming out. Wow, that did not make much ice at all. Look at this. So I've got 12 cubes, but look how little they are. They're like mini cubes. Wow, that's not good. So as you can see, it made about 5 ounces of ice. Not very impressive. Is there any redeeming value to this? It's not easy to fill. It's not easy to dispense. $27 for this, and it doesn't even really work that well. I'm stretching for things that I actually like about this, and I'm failing to come up with anything. So that was my top 10, but there's a few items that definitely deserve a place in this video. So let's take a look at a couple of honorable mentions, or should I say dishonorable mentions. Honorable mention for the alien tape, which is supposed to be a multifunctional double-sided tape. I found that its function was kind of hit or miss. It seemed like it sometimes worked too well, where it would tear the paint off your wall, and other times it didn't work well at all. The fact that you can't use it on paint really reduces the number of uses for it, and the few uses that are left were kind of spotty at best. Check out some scenes from my original alien tape review. Here's my beautiful alien tape. Ugh. So far so good, but let's see how long it stayed. All right, this is disappointing. It fell. It fell. It lasted an hour and ouch, it's hot. That's hot. That lasted an hour and 45 minutes. I think that's crooked. What happens if you do put a painting up on your wall and it's crooked and you want to readjust it? Sorry, the tape's already on the wall. And there we go, all right. Oh yeah, it is taking paint off. Pretty much went exactly as I expected, which is not good. It seems like it's sticking. Well, actually, it's kind of holding. Oh, it's taking the back of the rug off. Oh, that's not good. Oh, the same thing. How can I reuse it when I've got the backing of the rug on there? You can't reuse that. Let's come back in a little while and see how this holds up. Again, last night at 1:30 a.m. to a very loud crash. That was the shower caddy crashing to the ground with all the shampoo in it. It wasn't really a lot for $10 worth of tape. So far, the reusability has been pretty spotty because in most cases, the tape is also destroyed when I'm trying to remove it. I feel like it's gonna tear the material. They have the word reusable on it. They should take that word off. I mean, it's strong tape, but it seems like it's only strong when it wants to be. For $6 to $10 per roll, depending on where you buy it, it's not better than a tried and true solution like a hammer and nail. An honorable mention goes to the Smart Cup. This is the only one I have left. It's kind of looking worse for wear because I've actually been testing it in water over the last almost year to see how well it biodegrades. It's not biodegrading very fast. Although I think the product didn't really work that bad. It's just, it seemed like such a waste of plastic to buy a one-time use cup to pour water into. They say it's bioplastic. I've been soaking it in water. It hasn't degraded at all, so I'm not sure how biodegradable it really is. But let's take a look back at some original scenes from my Smart Cup review. Today I'm looking at a product called the Smart Cup, which is advertised as the world's first printed beverage. That's the flavor which is printed into the cup. They say this is bioplastic. What about all this packaging? What's this made out of? So they're trying to promote this as an environmentally friendly solution, even though it's a one-use cup. Others ask why you can't just print these as tablets you can add to a water bottle without having a single-use cup. That's another good question too. It's a little bit like one of those Alka-Seltzers where you can see the bubbles coming up from the bottom. It's been 2 minutes and it's still dissolving. Not quite what I expected. It's a little bit blander than I expected.
Does it taste kind of like a Crystal Light packet you'd pour into like a water bottle?
I didn't think about that. Crystal Light's pretty close, yeah. This is how I check to make sure it's done. I check the bottom to see if they're there or not. Right now, it's still dissolving. Perrier water. Water from the fridge and cranberry juice. Perrier water. I kind of like that a little bit better. Plain water. Sparkling water. Yeah, sparkling water is better. I think taste-wise it was all right. When you add other drinks to it, it masks the otherwise somewhat weak flavor. It is caffeinated, so probably not a good idea for kids. So I think some people are gonna really like the idea and some people won't. So that's it, the worst of 2020. Now, this is definitely one of those years that I think a lot of people want to leave behind, and some of these items can definitely stay with it. But I appreciate everybody who's liked and commented, subscribed. It means a lot to me, and I definitely look forward to seeing what 2021 brings. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you next time.